Which uncomfortable do you prefer, right? The uncomfortable that's going to basically keep you the same, maintain basically the status quo for you, perhaps for people who feel unhappy with particular things in their life. Or do you prefer the uncomfortable that results in something different for your life, right? The uncomfortable that results in something different for your life. So which uncomfortable do we prefer? The one that keeps us the same, or the one that perhaps could result in something different for your life? The truth is, life is an effort with pretty much everything. For people who are unhappy and perhaps complain about a particular area of their life, maybe it's their job, a relationship, health issues, any other circumstances, right? That's requiring effort. It can feel exhausting, it can feel frustrating. So it takes effort. It takes effort to feel depressed. It takes effort to be in a toxic relationship. It feels uncomfortable too. You know, in a context, it does feel uncomfortable. There's another thing about learning to feel comfortable with unhealthy stuff too, but that's a side issue in terms of this video, what I'm talking about. Now, when I deal with people sometimes, whether it's unhappiness in a relationship, perhaps maybe it's a health issue like fitness goals, for instance, they're unsatisfied with their fitness or their lack thereof. It might be they're unhappy with their job or just their lifestyle in general. I mean, pick an area of your life that a person may be unhappy with. You get the idea. So when suggestions or exploring things that can help, right? A new normal, if you will. A new normal, new behaviors, making changes in behaviors, doing something different. So people will start speaking in a way that's dismissive of making changes. They'll say, well, it's hard. It's hard. Or it's not easy. Or it feels uncomfortable, such as maybe someone who needs to practice being emotionally available, for example. Ooh, that feels uncomfortable. Or it's hard, for instance, right? Which basically, that's a decision, by the way. To be emotionally available is a decision. There might be other things, exercise, right? Of course, it's going to take some effort. In the beginning, you may feel a bit uncomfortable, even if you're doing it the appropriate way, to start slowly and then build yourself up. What about, I don't know, putting yourself out there to do something different, be more social? Maybe you try to learn a hobby, do something like try to go back to school to get an education, for instance, or do something different. Yeah, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It might feel like an effort. It may feel like a challenge to you, if you will. The difference is that when we step out of our comfort zone to practice new behaviors, do something different, whether it's having healthier boundaries with people, learning new skill sets, promoting a healthier sleep schedule through healthier boundaries, it will take an effort. The difference is the outcome is better for you. You'll feel happier. You'll have a better result with your life. And this feeling uncomfortable is temporary. When you make changes and practice the new normal with something you're not used to doing, a new behavior, it will feel awkward. It can feel uncomfortable, to use that word, and it does take effort. The difference is, after a while, you are learning the new normal. And these new behaviors eventually will not feel uncomfortable anymore. They start to feel more natural for you, if you will. So the difference is, down the road, within a process over time, the new normal, you learn to feel comfortable with it. It gets easier for you. And now you're in a better state or position in your life. You have better mental health. You feel happier, purpose and meaning. Your life feels more fulfilling. So within a process over time, you made changes. It was an effort. So which one is worth it? The uncomfortable that results in a better outcome for your life, that has sustainable long-term effects? Or because you want to identify it as taking effort and feeling uncomfortable, you do not want to make changes. So then you stay where you're at. But the irony is, where you're at, specific to things that you complain about, for those people who are complaining about something in their life that they are unsatisfied with, that's taken effort too. It takes effort to feel miserable. It takes effort to have poor sleep. It takes effort to go to a job that sucks. That sucks the life and soul out of you, right? For people who speak about jobs like that. It takes effort to be in a relationship that's unhealthy, where you feel undermined, you're compromising your needs, your values. That's taken effort too. The difference is, these are things that will not change if you're not doing something different. And so now you're uncomfortable with something that takes effort, that drains you in an unhealthy way. that stays the same. It doesn't change. So in the latter example of the uncomfortable that gives you a better result, the difference is it transitions to the new normal. Your life is better. The first one, if you just stay comfortable with being uncomfortable, to use that way of saying it, you stay where you're at. And then there you go. That's the value by default you settle for when you're not willing to consider changes. To speak in a way that promotes change. And then have corresponding behaviors. Think about it in a way that's more rational, healthier. Consider healthier feelings. Practice the new normal, the new behavior. Because ultimately that's the only thing that's going to give us a different outcome in life with anything you want to change. It's the behavior that follows a healthier way of thinking and considering healthier feelings, emotions, right? So I hope this helps. It is Flex Friday, right? Because it's Friday, and I worked out at the gym this morning, so that's my shameless bicep shot, even though it was leg day, right? So I hope everybody has a good weekend, and I would encourage anyone, if you feel uncomfortable with where you're at in life, or you feel not satisfied, and you would like to see some changes in your life, but at the same time, if you're being honest, you know those changes represent stepping outside of your comfort level to feel uncomfortable, do something different. Yes, it'll take an effort for sure, but is what that's going to cost you, the effort, worth what you're going to get? I would say yes, if you say your goal is to be healthier and have a more fulfilled and happier life. Hope everybody has a good weekend and take care. Thank you.